I desperately need a patchwork dress. Okay, desperately in need, or maybe slightly dramatic, but I really want one. And summer's practically here, so what would be cuter than a little patchwork dress? And I'm also moving, so let's use this as a thinly veiled excuse to use up some of my fabric stash in a last-minute project when I should be packing. I leave in like 8 days. Why am I doing this? What is wrong with me? Is anything packed in my studio? Not a thing. Not a single thing. But yeah, let's make a dress before I go. So for this, I'm thinking something either loose fitting or a big shearing panel in the back, which is probably what we'll end up going with. Although I've never sheared anything before, so this will be a new skill I have to learn. Yeah, let's just add in things I don't know how to do yet to this project that I don't need to be doing because I need to leave in 8 days and pack the whole studio in that time. This is a great idea. Definitely not rethinking this whole project. Also not panicking. I want the dress to be slightly shorter than my waist. We're going for a tiered skirt, so each tier gets slightly bigger than the last. And I have enough fabric to make this as big or small as I want, so we're not being restricted by size. I definitely have enough fabric. And I also want some real chunky shoulder straps that tie in a little bow at the shoulder, because that would be cute. But before we can actually get started, I need to do some math to figure out how many squares of fabric I'm actually gonna need for this patchwork dress. So we have to do patchwork math, which is, unfortunately, where we have to start. All right, let's get started with the math because I don't have time for this. Wait, we have to go. All right, let's get going. Unfortunately, the footage for this section was so boring, it deleted itself.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
I have all of my fabrics gathered here. I did start to iron them, but quickly got bored and stopped. So we're just gonna press on. We're doing 8x8 squares. I made an 8x8 template. I don't know what I'm doing with this. Just made it. Need 80 squares. And I figured I would do a kind of life update while I cut everything out. Theoretically, because I'm not great at actually doing things and talking at the same time. We have already not cut this straight. Great, fabulous, fabulous. How much do I care if these are like not perfect? Not much, okay, good. I feel like I should apologize a little bit for how long it's been since my last video. By the time this comes out, I think it'll be like 2 months, but also I'm not sorry. So I don't know. Where does that leave us? It leaves you being understanding and not mad at me. Am I worried about you being mad at me? I don't know. I think I'm always worried about people being mad at me. That's for me to talk about with my therapist and not you. So like I said in the intro, I'm moving. My spouse and I have bought our first house. And boy, it's stressful. It's just out of the ordinary for me to go so long without, wait, how many fabrics do I have? Hold on. 13. Okay. So if I need 80 squares, then I need about 6 of each color. Since I started my channel almost 3 years ago, which is wild, I haven't gone more than like 3 weeks without a video. So this is very much out of the ordinary for me. Ordinary. So for me to go so long without posting a video feels crazy, but there was just so much happening in my life that the channel just kind of went to the back burner. So yeah, it's just a lot happening, and the biggest one being moving. And this is my last project in this space. Not my last video, the next video will take place here because it's already started, but I want to film the reveal in my backyard. So the next one is gonna be in here, but this is the last project I'm doing here. So we currently live in Dallas, Texas, and we are moving to Virginia. What an odd chunk. I flew up to Virginia for a few days to look for a house. Back in April, I think. Looked at tons of houses, and we finally found one that we liked. So we put an offer in on it, and our offer was accepted. Hooray! End of story. No, it's not the end of the story. Like a week goes by, and we finally get our inspection, and the inspection report comes back, and stop moving. And our inspection report comes back, and it's not good. More on the worst case scenario. And remember, this is our first house, so it was a shocker. The roof was leaking in a few different places, so it needed to be replaced. We suspected the roof might need to be replaced because it looked old, right? Not a huge deal. We were expecting that one. What we weren't expecting was that the crawl space is holding water, because there's crawl spaces up in that area, like crawl spaces in basements, which is not something I am completely familiar with because we don't have those in Texas. We have slabs. So the crawl space is holding water. And while I don't know a whole lot about crawl spaces, I do know that houses shouldn't hold water. There were a couple of other issues with the house, but the roof and the crawl space were the biggest ones. And just between those two issues, it was gonna cost like $30,000 to fix. And we could not come to an agreement with the seller how to deal with these issues, as she did not want to pay for them, and neither did we. We were legally released from that contract, and we're running a little low on time since our lease ends in July. So we wanted to be fully moved out before the end of our lease. So now I need to fly out to Virginia again. And I'm not great at cutting and talking, so I'm gonna finish cutting up all these squares really quick because again, we don't have a lot of time and I need to get this done. Too bad my brain can't like do two things at once. It can either talk or it can work. One or the other, never both. All of our squares. So I need to set up the different tiers, figure out which colors are going where, and then also pick out the colors for the bodice. So I'm just gonna start laying these out around me so I can see all the colors. See what looks good with what. We're gonna try not to overthink it too much. So we're mostly just gonna look at what color looks good or which fabric looks good next to the fabric it's connecting to, and not look past that. All right, so for the front of the bodice, I really like this, get like solid color in there. Okay, so where was I in my story? Ah, yes, now I remember. The pit of despair. These need to be closer to me, I can't reach them. So now I need to go back to Virginia to find a new house. Not ideal. Not ideal. Am I gonna have enough squares? Maybe. So I go back to Virginia and I'm looking at so many houses, but they are not looking good. I'm getting very discouraged at this point. I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe we aren't gonna move because I can't find a place to live until the very last day. So my flight leaves at 7 p.m. So I need to be to the airport by 5. I'm getting there so early because I got rear-ended in my rental car. It wasn't a big deal. I was at a stoplight and the guy behind me just gently rolled into the car, but he had a Chrysler logo on the front of his car, which scratched the back of my car. So I needed to deal with that. It wasn't a big deal except for the fact that he would not give me his insurance information, which, you know, is a big deal. It was such a minor scratch that I would have let it go if it were my car, but I was not about to get taken advantage of by the rental car place because he wasn't paying attention. Anyways, nobody was hurt, is the point. So on the oh God, no, that's ripped. Can't use that one. On the very last day, we ended up finding three houses that were dang near perfect. So I go without my spouse. They had to work, so I went alone, and I call them and we sit down and we talk about all the houses, figure out which one we like the best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How many do I need? Only 12. After about an hour of discussing, we choose one. We put an offer in. I fly home. Once I get home, we realize it's competitive. Picked a good one. Other people want it. So now we're in a little bit of a competitive situation. So we make the offer just a little bit more juicy, a little bit, and send it back in. The offer is accepted. Woohoo! So now we have another house. Great. And it's time for the inspection again. Now, as you can imagine, I was nervous about the inspection because, like, obviously, I had a pretty bad experience. So we wait another week, inspection finally comes back. Is this good next to screen? I don't think it's terrible, but what if no, this is fine. So we're nervous. Inspection comes back. Not bad. Not bad. This new house, not a new house, built in the 80s, just like me. So there's a part of the house that is kind of like, the roof is kind of its own little part, and it is over the breakfast nook area, and it has 2 skylights. This part of the roof has a leak. Not the end of the world, right? So that part of the roof needs to be fixed, which is not a crazy amount of money. And then there was a couple other like really minor things, all manageable. So we have a house, yay! But now we need to start sewing some of these up. Let's get on that.
I sew each tier together, leaving the top tier open, but the others get sewn into a loop. After they are attached, I run each seam through the serger. The serger is not necessary. You can also finish the edge with zigzag stitch or pinking shears. The serger is just the quickest and easiest, and I have one, so that's what I do. Then each piece gets ironed, pressing all the seams in the same direction. The bodice on this is super simple. I really need to redo my bodice block because there's an issue with the shoulder, but since I don't need the shoulders for that, I can keep procrastinating on that for another day, or 200. I want a low-ish neckline so that the top of the bodice sits just over the swell of my bosom, which is a phrase I have never said aloud before, but have read many times. And I chop about 1.5 inches off the waist. Oh, real quick, let me just take a second to introduce today's sponsor, EB, a viewer who sent me a big box of German gummies. I went through 2 bags during the filming of this video. They were what kept me moving while I packed. Thank you so much for sending them to me. That was so kind of you. Okay, back to the bodice. After laying out my pattern, I realized I need to add another square to each side. And then I wanted the sides to match up with the front. So I added the parts that I cut off from the front to the back, if that makes sense.
Look how stinking cute this is. That's adorable. And for the back, I'm gonna do a overlapping button. I have found these gorgeous mother of pearl. So I'm gonna use these. The shearing did not go well. I have this little test strip that I tried quite a few times on, very unsuccessfully. I knew it was a difficult technique and a lot of people struggle with it, but yeah, I'm gonna have to try this out on another day when I don't have such a tight deadline. But here's, so like it never got stretchy. Never got stretchy. And then here's the back of all of them. Like what? So if you have any tips, please let me know because this was not great. I have my straps, chunky ties, and I want them to cover my bra strap, so I'm gonna place them accordingly because this dress is meant to be comfortable and this bra is fairly comfortable for a bra, as opposed to my strapless bra, which is very much not comfortable. So I spent 20 minutes figuring out which strap was gonna go where, and then I labeled them with a heat erase pen. And I was like, great, figured it out, didn't take a picture, and then proceeded to iron these. So all of that work was in vain, because I don't know anymore. Let's see. This is going poorly, trying to do this myself. And also, can we just take a second to appreciate these like crisp corners that I have? I have really enjoyed this process, and it makes me want to try quilting, but I'm scared because I think in quilting you have to like cut everything out very precisely, and I'm just not a very precise person. I think I will try quilting. Next, I need to attach the straps and the lining, and then we got to deal with the skirt. The bottom tier is really wide. Let me show you really quick, because it's like, uh-oh, did I make it too wide? But I only did 1.5, so I feel like, but this is half. That's not too wide. That's pretty wide. Oh well. Okay. Our top is all put together. I will wait to put the buttons on until I have the skirt attached, which is the next step. So I need to go through and do the process where I divide everything into equal parts so that I can gather it up. This used to be my like quick and easy method. My downright and dirty, down and dirty gatherers. No fuss. But now it's just turned into the way that I gather. Doesn't matter what it is. I've gotten pretty good at keeping it all even, so I'm always doing a dirty gather. Okay, I'm actually gonna do this with a pen. Oh, I was just like, made everything more difficult than it needed to be. Why have I done this to myself? It's not that complicated, just think about it for a second. I'm just gonna use pens. Okay, so where had I stopped talking? About buying a house and how it's taking over my life. But it's not just buying a house. It's not that simple. It's not one step, buy a house bought. There's so many other things happening with it. It's packing, it's moving across the country. It's leaving all my family and friends behind. It's figuring out the logistics of getting my cats there, and they hate cars, so I have to put them in a plane. It's starting over in an unfamiliar place. It's learning the culture of a new city, and while it's not like a different country, everywhere has their own culture, and it's gonna be very different from where I'm at. Maybe not like very different, but like it's gonna be different. It's the endless possibilities of what my new home could be. It's leaving HEB. That's a big deal. If you're from Texas or ever lived in Texas, you know. Also, side note, if there's any like HEB equivalents in Virginia, let me know in the comments. It's hitting all these milestones and not being able to share it with my mom. God, I'm doing a terrible job of like working and talking. And on top of everything else, I'm turning 40. The day before we close is my 40th birthday. Which I've never cared that much about my age and like getting older, but there's something about like turning 40. I mean, it's obviously like the oldest I've ever been. When I turned 30, I was just like, okay, like it felt adult. 30 felt like an adult. Like, okay, I'm an adult now. Turning 40 feels mature. So on my 40th birthday, I will be driving to my new home. So it feels really symbolic. It doesn't have to be this deep, but like, here I am, not only entering a new decade of my life, I'm also entering into a new chapter as well. Not to be cringe or anything, whatever. And I hate that I've waited so long to do this. not to buy a house because that I didn't have that much of a choice in. Couldn't really afford it for a very long time. But leaving Texas, it's not like I did it on purpose or I couldn't. There were circumstances that legally bound me to where I lived. Seems ominous. It's not. It's not ominous. It's just that like there's a generational curse on me and I couldn't leave. So not ominous at all. Side note, I genuinely believe there is a generational curse on me. And if anybody out there knows how to get rid of those, I would greatly appreciate your help and your witchcraftery. If you are feeling benevolent and wish to bless me with your powers. Oh, I see. I keep getting sidetracked. Generational curse. Where was I? Leaving Texas. Leaving Texas is where I was. So I knew from a very young age that I wanted to travel and live somewhere else. I wanted to be Indiana Jones when I was a kid. And then at some point you grow up a little bit and you realize being Indiana Jones isn't a job. Then you gotta rethink your whole life. My backup option was flight attendant, purely because of all the travel they do. But being a flight attendant did not work out, which honestly, I'm really glad I did not do that because the things that those people have to put up with now is insane. And flying now feels like going to Walmart. People just don't know how to act anymore. I don't know. I'm getting very sidetracked. Okay, the things that flight attendants have to put up with is insane, and you should be very nice to your flight attendant or stewardess, whatever they're called now. Please be nice to them. They don't deserve your sass. Be nice, or I will call your mom. And then, because this is not enough, my sister had a secret baby. And my sister and I aren't very close, but I have always wanted to be an aunt of a little girl. Like my dream in life was to be that auntie, you know? And now here we are. I have the chance and I'm leaving. So I don't get to be that auntie. And that hurts a little bit. I guess to answer your question that you didn't ask, but maybe you were thinking, where have I been? Here I am. This is where I've been. Yeah, I kind of don't know how to end this segment because I don't think I've ever gotten so personal before. So what if I just cut myself off mid-sentence?
Here's some footage of me gathering as I sew. It's the same thing you've seen about a dozen times before because I can't seem to get enough gathered skirts. I'm using my pointy tweezers to pinch and tuck the fabric as I sew. I'm really not sure if this is faster than doing the 2 rows of gathering stitches, but I like doing it more. I find the gathering stitches very annoying. If I was worried about the gathers being more even and uniform, I would do the gathering stitches, but I'm not, so I don't. Next is serging each seam again. This keeps the inside tidy with as little effort as possible because I am incredibly lazy.
All right, she's nearly finished. I'm gonna put some lace on the bottom to finish it off. It is exactly how I imagined it. Like this is exactly what I wanted, which is crazy because that doesn't usually happen. I still need to do the button and buttonholes on the back, but I tried it on and showed my spouse. And my spouse was like, oh, okay, that's cute. Do you have pockets? No, I forgot pockets. No way did I just make the comfiest, cutest dress ever. Forgot to give it pockets. I want to scream. And it's completely finished on the inside. To undo a seam and add a pocket, I'm also gonna have to undo the serging too. Out of practice. It's been entirely too long since I've made something. Let's put some damn pockets in this cute as a button dress.
Lucky enough for me, the seams fell exactly where I needed the pockets to lay, and the seams across the tiers lined up exactly in that spot. I did not plan this. I undo the serging and the stitching down those two seams. Attach some absolutely Godzilla-sized pockets to overcompensate for not having them in the first place. Tuck the pocket bag to the inside of the dress and then sew the pocket bags together and reattach the dress just above and below the pocket opening. And voila! Pockets. See, half my arm fits in there. Isn't that fun? To finish them off, I attached 2 ribbons to the top of the pocket bag and then put the dress on inside out. After putting my phone in the pocket for some weight, I adjust and pin the ribbon in place to the seam of the bodice. This does 2 things: keeps the pocket bag from flopping around inside the dress and evenly distributes the weight of the pocket so that you don't have just that one pull point. Next is the ribbon at the bottom. It's just some vintage ribbon that I found at an estate sale. I started to add another trim on top of it, but it really did not look good, so I ended up taking that off. And lastly is hand sewing on the buttons. Aren't these so cute? I am a mother of pearl slut. I genuinely, it's naturally iridescent. Like, how can I say no?
She's finally done. It's very exciting. She's very cute. I love how many of my previous videos are represented in this dress. Like, we got Anastasia, we got Hobbit suspenders and Hobbit skirt. We have a top from a capsule wardrobe, Spring Witch, cape I just recently made. This is a holiday dress that might have been from my first year making videos. Is that all of them? I think, oh no, Belle. That's all of them. Isn't that cool? It's very cute, and it is exactly what I wanted, and it's so comfy. Very happy. Oh, my camera's slow blinking at me. That means the card's almost full. And now I really have to start packing. You guys are distracting me like you always do, and I'm busy. I have things to do, you guys. Cut it out. Please give me a like and a comment and a subscription if you so wish. Not having a video come out for a couple months it will probably hurt me with the algorithm, so you interacting with my video will help counterbalance that. How do you feel about like a patchwork baby doll dress like this? I think they're stinking cute and light. What a great summertime dress. Should I try quilting? I want to, but I'm scared. Do you have any tips for me for quilting? Oh, and just a quick reminder, the next video will also be filmed in here. So sorry if that's a little weird. It's kind of out of order, I guess, but it's already filmed, so. But I should be on a regular schedule now after this video, so yay. Okay, let me get on with this reveal so I can start packing. I'm home.